How's it going, everyone? This is Christian with Potato Chips Gaming. Today, we're going to talk about something in the beginning. We are going to talk about goals. Goals for what, you may ask? Well, for this game. Usually in most games like Mass Effect or Mario, there's always some long-term ending. Either stop the dragon, save the princess, or stop the reapers, save the galaxy, etc., bang a bunch of aliens along the way. Anyway, Elite Dangerous doesn't exactly have a main campaign. As you've seen, it doesn't really have a story mode to it yet. I'm sure they're working on that with the aliens coming up. But, yeah, as of right now, it seems to be just get your ships, trade, do bounty hunting, and yeah, all that stuff. There's nothing really to go for, unless you look for it. You see, I came across some information the other day. I was looking up what to do in Elite Dangerous, what goals could you possibly do, and at first I thought, well, maybe I'll just make a pilgrimage to Earth. And I looked at where Earth was, and it's not that far away. So that couldn't possibly be the only goal you have to go for. Now, we're going to do something more. We're going to go to Beagle Point at some point. We're going to... yeah, that's my plan. Now, you may be wondering, wait, what the hell is Beagle Point? I'm going to tell you. Beagle Point is the single furthest thing you can go to in the galaxy. Actually, outside of the galaxy. As Beagle Point is just a small cluster of stars outside of the Milky Way galaxy. I heard about this community event of 1,000 players all hyperspacing trying to get to that one point and back. From what I understand, only 25% made it back successfully. That is one of my goals. One of them. Second goal. My second goal is to eventually get all of the ships in the game, from the humble Sidewinder to the massive Imperial cutter. And who knows, considering how long this frontier will add even more ships to the game. We'll never know until we try. And then there's the final bit. We're going to make a pilgrimage to Sol at some point. It's probably going to be the first thing we do. We're going to try and look at what happened to Earth. We're going to look at the capital of the Federation. We're going to nod in appreciation of it. Our humble little beginnings. Anyway. So yeah, there's that. But, as for right now, we need to think small. So that's what I'm doing. Small stuff. Now, you saw me go through my ship in the beginning. Just kind of looked at it. That is known as a dolphin. It's essentially a small cruise ship. That's where I'm getting most of my money. Tried mining, got really boring, and the second episode was just, it was terrible. It was god awful. None of those were good tips at all. I was really tired and kind of drugged out from the Viking and from my wisdom teeth. But let's face it, that was... don't listen to that. Don't listen to that. So, as for right now, we're doing some cruises. Right now I got my dolphin. We're currently trying to source some clothes for this guy. So he can have a more comfortable trip or whatever, I don't know. So let's hope we can find something. Currently I'm looking on my computer for where to find clothing, because apparently there is no clothing in the station. That makes so much sense. Especially since this is pretty much a capitalist station. Anyway. Yeah. Anyway, so this is the dolphin. I named her the Loreline. You may be wondering, wait, what's that? Wait, why the Loreline? Why that? Well, to put it bluntly, Well, I don't know. Oh yeah. So, there's this old comic book from 1967 called Valerian and Laureline. Now, you may have seen the movie Valerian City of a Thousand Planets. That is what that movie is based off of. That is, in fact, the comic that Star Wars is based off of, Valerian and Laureline. It's a French comic. I'm totally lost on who made it. Let me look it up. Anyway, she is sort of Valerian's sidekick slash love interest, and I thought, you know what? Valerian got his essentially own movie, and it was just. I wish they kept the Anne Laureline. I understand that Hollywood thought, oh, we need to cut out Anne Laureline because, you know, we gotta shorten the name and make sure it's not too long. But yeah, I just prefer Anne Laureline, so that way they stick to the source material. Anyway, the writer of the comic is Pierre Christin, and the artist of the comic is Jean-Claude Mézières. If anyone takes French, they can probably fill in the blanks. But yeah. Huh. I gotta find one place with the. But yeah, that's pretty much where the name of the ship comes from. Alright. Eventually we'll get out of here, but probably should look this up beforehand. Ah, here it is. Buy for the best price, 25 light years. Marcellus Primus. Go. Alright, let's see what we got.
Security services will respond to aggressive actions.
Clothing, clothing, clothing.
Pilots to stow their weapons while inside the docking bay.
Where is it? I'll find it eventually. I swear it. Oh my gosh. There it is, clothing. Alright, Dahan, Nelson Works, let's go. Now, this ship, it runs like a dream. She's a fast ship, smaller than my Asp Explorer. Currently I'm working on this ship in order to actually afford the Asp Explorer's final parts, which are the hull upgrades as well as the shield upgrades. So I'm trying to get those upgraded. However, in total, that's going to cost me about $30 million, which is kind of a lot, actually, as of right now. I'm sure later I'll be spending that like hotcakes, but, you know, kind of nice to actually lock station. I just want to make it there. So yeah, she's the most maneuverable of the groups, of the cruiser groups, and smallest. The next one we'll be going for is the Orca, which unupgraded costs around $46 million, and fully upgraded costs somewhere around $105 million. So we'll be trying for that as well. So that'll be pretty nice. Maybe we'll try some trading later. But as of right now, I'm gonna just do a little bit of passenger missions. So essentially, passenger missions is you take a person from point A to point B, or you can take someone from point A to point B to point D, and then back to point A because they wanted to have a cruise of some kind. I'm not sure what an hour-long cruise is going to do for you, but that's fine if they want to pay for that. Anyway, yeah, some of these can take about an hour, but I think they're well worth it, especially when it's like $3 million. Those are the fun ones. Anyway, this is the first time I recorded it, but mostly I just listen to audiobooks from Audible, not sponsored by them. I'm just saying what I do. or, you know, podcasts, music. It's a very soothing game. It just essentially allows you to do whatever you want while also playing the game. It's a very cool game. It's fun to occasionally just go on a pirate raid or something like that, which is what I'm getting my Ask Explorer upgraded to. Probably gonna add a manifest scanner so I can find out what is on what ship and if I can actually get away with pirating it. Because let's face it, me going up against an anaconda is not going to go well. Actually, it did go well once. Let me tell you about that story. So I went up, so I was going after this pirate who I discovered. I didn't really look to think of what he was riding in. Anyway, I saw that he had like extremely high bounty on him. I was like, oh my god, I need to go for that. So me, in my not thinking ways, I decided to try and capture him. Well, I don't think it went as well as I'd hoped, because when I managed to interdict him, I was in my Eagle at the time, the Raptor Imperialis, and I discovered that he was in an anaconda. I was like, oh shit, what have I gotten myself into? Of course, I was an idiot and I had already started firing at him at this point. And yeah, it was not a good situation for me. However, I quickly discovered that I could outmaneuver him really easily, as he was a massive ass ship and I was like this tiny little thing just going around him. I was like going around literally in circles around him, and he could do nothing about it. Anyway, eventually I managed to get his shield down. God, that took a lot of ammo. And I fired rockets at him. I took out his engines with a couple of rockets, and then I started like aiming for his life support, and then I realized, oh my god, he took way over half my ammo, and I hadn't even like scratched his hull yet, other than, you know, the thrusters. So eventually, I run out of ammo trying to kill this guy, and he's just sitting there. He can't do anything to me. I can't do anything to him, else I'm totally out of ammo at this point. So at this point, I just like go fuck it and try and like push him into the planet so that he like just drops from orbit. Anyway, after about wasting an hour trying to do this, I realized I was like freaking 70 kilometers away from, not 70 kilometers, but that wasn't really easy. No, I was hundreds, thousands of kilometers away from the planet. And I was just like, this isn't worth it, this isn't working. So eventually I just cut my losses and left. That guy is probably still drifting there, slowly drifting towards the planet. Oh my god, I love that. I love my Eagle. But it's, let's face it, its entire setup was crap. It didn't have enough energy to work with energy weapons like lasers and have unlimited ammo, thus removing my problem altogether. But it also lacked, like, I don't know. It's the most maneuverable ship in the game, but that's all it is. As for, in terms of power, its maneuverability is its power. But if it can't take out the ship that it's going after with its limited ammo supply, then you got another thing coming.
Landing operation complete. Power down.
You're going to be essentially a really fast little duck going around the thing, and you're unable to attack it. It's one of the many problems I had with this. Anyway, we were getting clothing, I believe. So let's go ahead and get clothing. There it is. I want 3 of them, I believe he asked for.
Mission objective complete.
Alright. Alright, gave him his clothing. Let's go ahead and go up. I think they let me land on a large landing pad. But seriously, that thing is much bigger than my ship.
Ship detach complete. Clear to ascend.
Let's go. Where are we going? What's your plan? Back to receiving transport. Let's go to Ross 1051.
All clear.
Where is
Federal
he
flight
going?
control
Where are we
signing
going?
off.
Are we able to see it from here? Oh my. Oh, no, we're not. Okay. So that's the planet. So let's get the hell out of here. I love this game. It's very peaceful sometimes and very frantic at others. I lost life support! Oh my god! Anyway. Yeah. Sometimes it freaks me out, especially when I'm being interdicted or, you know, dogfight with someone who's faster than me and has better weapons. Oh my gosh. Oh, right. That's what I was doing. There we go. Much better. Anyway.
4, 3, 2, 1,
So ultimately, this is actually doing fairly well. You get out of the planet's atmosphere. You just start picking up in speed. - 10 kilometers per second. And that should be good. Let's start turning around. There it is, Ross 1051. Is that over there? Alright. Let's take a look, see what we're doing right now. Alright. Get a fuel scoop, so that way I don't have to pay for my fuel. Essentially, fuel scooping is, imagine if you didn't have to pay for gas for your car, because you could actually drive to a certain point and suddenly just get gas. That is essentially what fuel scooping is. Anyway, where did you want to go? You wanted to go to a Betty platform. Alright, let's head to a Betty platform then. There it is. Lock destination. And it is behind the star, of course. There it is. Oh, shoot, shoot. Slow down. Slow down. Slow the heck bull down. How are we doing? Alright. Anyway, yeah, eventually we'll get Fussin on this, and he may be able to join us in our trip to Beagle Point or Sol system. And we'll just kind of play together. That'd be pretty neat. Anyway, maybe Blake as well. Maybe Quincy. Maybe everyone. Maybe we'll start up our small pirate fleet and go around raising the stars and, well, raising the planets around the stars in a small portion of the planet, i.e. colony parts. I'm overthinking this. We're gonna go around raising shit. Anyway. I'm starting to get better with the sublight speeds. So here's hoping that this will work. And we are going to hit it in 3, 2, 1. Boom. There it is, the Betty platform. Alright.
not be granted. You are too far away. Resubmit within range.
Only 1 kilometer out of range. Come on.
You are go for approach to pad
A little bit of leeway.
43.
A little bit of leeway. Come on. Proceed to landing pad 43. Fine. On 44, but I guess 43 will suffice, you assholes. Okay, and I'm sorry. Now they have a little gravity well or something right there, and it like causes ships to get stuck easily, so I kind of had to boost through it. Whoops. Sorry.
Warning, this landing pad has not been assigned to you. Move away, Commander.
Okay. Now, I said I was better at sublight speeds. It's not by a high margin, but let's face it, regular speeds are still a little bit out of my league. Especially after that mission. There's a little dogfight easily enough, but apparently landing is my bane.
Solid contact.
Alright,
You may
starport
disembark when
services.
ready. Welcome to the station, Commander.
Now, I do have this mission that's going to give me about 16 million worth of credits. But the problem with that one is, well, it's about 11,000 light years away. So that is going to take me a few days to actually reach. So let's try and avoid that. So I'm actually going to let you guys go here. I have been Christian with Potato Chips Gaming, and I hope to see you all next time.